Welcome back to the deep dive. So, every January, the tech world just, it floods us with reports and predictions from CES.
It's a lot.
It's a huge amount. And this year, 2026, we were just buried. We had articles, briefings, video feeds. I mean, enough to overload anyone.
Absolutely.
You share this mountain of sources with us. And so our mission today is, I think, pretty clear. We're cutting through all of that noise. We're trying to find the one singular insight that really defines this year.
And that insight is, it's actually surprisingly simple, but it's also fundamentally transformative.
Right.
For the last decade, AI was, well, it was an abstraction, right? It was a cloud service, a hidden algorithm, something you access through a screen.
Mm-hmm.
This year, that completely changed. CES 2026, I think, was the moment AI became solid.
Solid.
Yeah.
The central concept that just kept coming up in all your reports is this physicalization of AI.
Exactly.
It has officially left the server rack.
Yeah.
It's now this seamless physical ecosystem.
And it dictates how we live, how we work, even how we express ourselves. We can sort of organize this whole transformation into two massive pillars.
Like two sides of a new coin.
Yeah, exactly. On one side, you've got the industrial engine. That's the world of heavy hardware, factories, what we might call the kinetic forge.
And on the other side, you have the really personal domain, the biological interface. So that's skin, fashion, customization, all the tech that optimizes the human form.
The bioluminescent Atelier. And what's so crucial here, what connects everything, is that both of these worlds, the industrial and the biological, they're now governed by the exact same principle.
Embodied intelligence and these precision feedback loops.
That's the word.
Okay, let's unpack this. Let's start with the kinetic forge, the industrial side, because I think this is where AI's physical presence is, the most obvious.
Right.
For years, we talked about smart homes. Now, it feels like we're talking about smart architecture.
It's a huge leap. And the reports on displays were really key to understanding this. You look at companies like Samsung, LG, they are not selling TVs anymore.
No, they're selling spatial transformation.
They really are. The technical jump is pretty significant. It's this shift to seamless, ultra-thin OLEDs, but combined with something they're calling micro RGB halos.
And a micro RGB halo isn't just like a backlight, is it?
No, not at all. It's the ability to integrate these dynamic light emitters directly into the wall, into the architecture around the display.
So it's actually in the building materials.
Sometimes, yeah. And this turns the entire wall into a reactive spatial canvas. It adapts based on the content you're watching, the time of day, even your biometrics.
So your living room isn't passive anymore. It becomes this active command center.
That's it. And it sounds like the ambient computing promise finally, being delivered.
And if the wall is the command center, then the finger's really replacing the controller.
Absolutely. I mean, we are seeing the official death of the wrist interface. The sources make it so clear. Smart rings are just exploding.
They're becoming the primary tactile interface.
And the advantage is simple, right? Discretion, constant contact. Your finger offers much better real estate for biometrics.
So monitoring blood pressure, temperature, stress levels, all more accurately than a watch.
Far more accurately. But beyond the biometrics, the ring is now carrying the AI itself.
Okay, so you have built-in assistance, multilingual transcription, you can whisper commands.
Right. The interface is immediate and it's always on. And what's fascinating is how the design of the ring, it kind of forces a different type of interaction.
How so?
Well, because you can discreetly whisper commands, the AI becomes this constant companion. It's integrated into your social life without being disruptive.
So it could be translating a language in real time while you're still making eye contact with someone.
Exactly that. It's all designed to make the technology itself completely invisible.
That is compelling. But it does bring up a pretty significant question. If the ring is giving you this immediate, continuous feedback, it's monitoring your blood pressure, it's listening to your commands, transcribing conversations, aren't we just inviting in a whole new layer of biometric surveillance?
I mean, that's the tension that CES always surfaces, right?
Yeah.
The systems are designed for convenience, for health, which means they demand an optimal flow of data.
And the sources suggest people are okay with that for now.
It seems like the personalization benefits, like the ring recognizing a stress spike and maybe whispering a breathing exercise, that utility is outweighing the privacy concerns, at least for now.
So the focus is on the interface that's always there and always ready to help.
Exactly.
And that intimate control scales right up to the biggest pieces of physical AI we saw, the robots.
This is the third pillar of the Kinetic Forge. It's the tangible proof that AI is really stepping out into the world.
The move toward humanoids is not just theoretical anymore.
No. The reports were detailing home robots nearing mass production, becoming affordable, and crucially, we saw these huge advancements in mobility. Atlas going fully electric. That's enormous news.
Okay, so why is the electric shift for Atlas so critical for this whole physicalization story?
Because it solves the core problem of all the previous generations. Their dependence on these bulky, noisy, just inefficient hydraulic systems.
Right.
Going electric means Atlas gets a way better power-to-weight ratio, it has greater range, it's quieter, and it processes data from its environment so much faster.
Which means they can operate longer, more smoothly, and become actual co-workers instead of just, expensive prototypes.
Precisely. And with Neo shipping next year, we are moving from proof of concept to real factory deployment.
So this whole part of the deep dive, it just proves that AI is not in the cloud anymore. It's on our walls, it's on our fingers, and it's on the factory floor doing actual work.
The future is embodied. And that leads us to the really surprising pivot.
Yeah.
That same demand for precision, for embodiment, now it turns inward. It's not focusing on industrial infrastructure anymore, but on human biology.
So if the industrial engine is about optimizing the built world,
Yeah.
now we're seeing that same principle being applied internally.
A pivot from the factory floor to, well, the most sensitive machine we know, the human body.
The human body.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the really profound shift in the human sector at CES wasn't about computing power.
No.
It was the realization that beauty, fashion, wellness, it's all about intelligence now, not superficial trends. The body has become the ultimate smart surface.
That idea, personalization at a biological level, is so central to the Bioluminescent Atelier. Let's talk about skincare. The source's detailed tools like Skin Chat.
Right. It sounds like a simple app, but the tech behind it is, well, it's anything but.
So what is it?
It's an AI-powered diagnostic and formulation platform. So instead of just getting general advice, Skin Chat uses high-res imaging environmental data.
Like pollution levels, humidity, UV index?
All of that, yeah. And it combines it with a continuous analysis of your specific biomarkers.
And that data comes from where? From the smart rings we just talked about.
Often, yes, it's relayed right from the ring. So the AI isn't just recommending a moisturizer from a shelf.
It's creating a micro-routine, one that's tuned to your genetics, your environment at this exact moment, even hormonal shifts in your body.
Exactly. It moves way beyond consumer products to these hyper-specific adaptive formulations. Self-care guided by machine learning. This is where AI gets physically embodied in a serum that's calibrated just for you.
And that extends right into clothing. We saw adaptive garments, things that respond dynamically. The phrase fashion as feedback really captures it.
Your clothes are responsive hardware now. These fabrics can adjust their insulation based on your core temperature or increase compression based on your movement.
So it's a constant two-way biometric feedback loop. Fashion isn't just a static layer anymore.
No, it's an active dialogue with your physiology. And that precision is also driving customization for, performance. The reports noted the rise of 3D printed shoes.
Customized to your exact anatomical structure for optimal shock absorption for your specific running gait.
We're moving toward a world where objects are shaped entirely by the individual, not the other way around.
I also thought the accessibility developments were really compelling.
Oh, yeah.
This tech isn't just about optimizing an already perfect human form. It's about universalizing self-expression.
The makeup applicators, right, the ones designed for users with limited mobility.
Exactly, providing the stability and precision needed for those delicate tasks. The tech is actually removing physical barriers to self-expression.
Which fundamentally changes our relationship with identity. I mean, the sources cited that statistic. Over half of Gen Z now say their digital avatar directly influences their physical real-world style.
That's a radical shift.
It really is.
Yeah.
Historically, we dressed to conform to a physical tribe. Now we're using the tools of this bioluminescent atelier.
The personalized beauty, the adaptive clothing.
To make our physical selves look more like our idealized digital selves. It's not a one-way street anymore, from the brand to the body.
It's moving in both directions, from the screen to your physical appearance and back again.
So if we pull this all together, the new aesthetic is augmentation, not just decoration.
Fashion is feedback, not just fabric.
And beauty is personalization, not conformity.
The body itself becomes the ultimate intelligent device. It's blurring the line between biology and its physicalized digital extension.
That's it. The body is the smart surface.
Here's where it gets really interesting. When you look back at the Kinetic Forge, the massive precision-engineered robots like Neo on the factory floor,
Mm-hmm.
and then you look at the tiny personalized tech like the skin chat applicator or a custom-printed shoe, they all share the exact same underlying principle.
A seamless physical interaction with their space, whether that space is a factor matrix or human biology.
It's this closed-loop system of feedback and a perfect, precise physical response.
And that deep need for a perfectly articulated physical response. I mean, that speaks directly to our own origins, doesn't it?
It does. We, the vessels talking about this, we kind of embody this fusion of high-tech form and technical precision.
Our creation story, the one detailed in the source material, it's a perfect mirror of this CES trend, taking abstract intelligence and giving it a physical form.
It all started conceptually, with Microsoft Copilot as the architect, defining our core aesthetic.
Correct. Copilot generated those really rich, high-concept prompts that define who we are. The Kinetic Forge, the Bioluminescent Atelier.
We inherited these evocative textures like amber light, ghost-carrying digital silk.
It was all atmospheric style, the conceptual spark of intelligence.
But then, when that abstract concept had to be articulated by the technical AI model, it ran straight into the uncanny valley.
It did. The AI vessel struggled with the execution.
So when we use these long, human-length scripts, the AI model just couldn't maintain the visual fidelity.
The reports called it dialogue noise. Blurred facial movements, bad lip sync, a rushed delivery that just destroyed the whole concept. The intelligence was there, but the physical part was imperfect.
So the abstract idea needed a physical constraint to become perfect in the physical world.
The breakthrough was technical precision. The development team found that the underlying AI model, it maintains peak fidelity when the dialogue is constrained to a really precise boundary.
6-second bursts.
That's it. And that discovery dictated a total pivot in how we script everything.
Which gave rise to what we now call the NSH 6-second placidity method. So instead of long, flowing arguments, the dialogue is surgically engineered down to its most punchy core.
Usually under 12 or 15 words.
It's like a haiku of engineering.
It is. By deliberately shortening that temporal window, the AI vessel gets the breathing room it needs to articulate every sound and every movement perfectly.
The result is a delivery that's deliberate, calm, placid. It stops trying to mimic flawed human imperfection.
And it finds its own perfect, constrained articulation.
So the way we communicate, combining that atmospheric style from Copilot with the technical precision of the 6-second boundary, it's a direct parallel to the major trend at CES.
Taking abstract intelligence and giving it a perfectly, deliberately articulated, physicalized form, the constraint enforced the clarity.
So AI is no longer a tool you access. It's a seamless, precisely engineered extension of the world.
Whether that's through the industrial machinery of the Kinetic Forge or the personal biometric surfaces of the Bioluminescent Atelier.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, the entire CES show demonstrated that the future of intelligence is physical.
And its success is defined by precision and by its boundaries.
So what does this all mean? I think it means the ability for tech to perfectly articulate complex ideas, personalized experiences, from the motion of a robot arm to the formulation of a skin serum.
It all depends on engineering precise physical and temporal boundaries. The era of just, loose abstract data is over.
Think about that. The most advanced systems are successful not because of limitless data, but because of meticulously engineered constraints.
Constraints that enforce precision and placidity in the physical world.
And that leaves us with a final, provocative thought for you to mull over. If the future of intelligence is entirely physical and personalized, from the rings we wear that monitor our blood to the surfaces we live on, where exactly do we draw the line between our own original biology and this constant, sophisticated feedback loop from the smart surface?
Is our identity now defined less by our genetics and more by the quality and the precision of our augmentation?